Yeah. I didn't close the curtain, so here we go. Here we are. Good morning. Good morning. Give it a couple of moments for people to arrive. And oh, here we go. I'm looking at where to go on my page because I want to put in here. Yeah. Mel, good morning. I'm so unprepared today. I'm like distracted all over the place. I want to put the link in here, and I actually have it available. I'll stop. So how are you today? How are you after yesterday? That was big stuff. All right. Can I put it in here? Find by comment. There we go. Paste. Enter. There we go. There we go. I put my link in there for the lay the stone down. I can't even remember the name of it. I get the words mixed up. So lay the stone down, lay down the stone. Really, it's a technique to move through trauma, things that we hold on to, things that we call blocks or that make us feel stuck. Yeah. So I was super excited to have the tool. I've known that's possible, but I finally got the missing piece of how to actually have that happen and then to be able to share it. So that's happening in a little less than an hour. Still settling the energies from yesterday. It's been pretty intense. So this is my client friend. So I have a little insight here about this situation, and it's intense for many. Good morning. Say hello. It's intense for many, although it's lighter. The energies are lighter. So I'm still feeling the intensity of energies and in stuff that's happening, but it feels so much lighter as we're moving out of the 9-year and into the 10 or 1 year, new beginnings. So the energy is just lightened up a lot. Although we still have that intensity, right? So yeah. So that's, to me, that feels really exciting. Was it yesterday? Sat out in the sun. I'm really learning how to slow myself down, which is part of what this lay the stone down is about, is slowing ourselves down, learning how to clear that energy that we've held on to for who knows how long. The story of the stone is like it's something that we've picked up or something that happened that we just started to carry, and we may not even remember what happened or where we picked it up. I was told one time it's like you're dropping the anchor off your ass. This is called a stone instead. And we just start to carry it around, and it's comfortable and it's familiar. And so this is a super simple technique too. The technique is easy. It's the follow-up. It's the not picking it up again where we learn how to reprogram. Sitting in the sun yesterday, coming back to that. I was sitting in the sun yesterday, and I'm just feeling the energies and listening, because I can feel the sun, I can feel the downloads, I can feel that the upgrades coming in, and I'm listening and feeling the energies, and I'm like, oh, kind of feels good to me, feels kind of light. And then I thought, well, when I drop down into the timeline, of the lower vibrations, then I feel the fear and the panic, the grief, the anger. I feel all that stuff. And then when I rise above that and I'm looking down at it, then I feel that lighter energy. That was key. So if you're feeling the heavy energy, rise to a higher timeline, higher vibrations. Move yourself to that higher energy so that you can see what's happening without being immersed in it. That's the clear discernment distinction for me. So when you can rise above it, go to a higher timeline, and you're looking down. You're not looking down at people, you're looking down to like see what's happening or see the view as an observer. That's a very different place than joining the energies. And when we do that, when we join the energies, then we end up taking stuff on, and it's heavy, and we're immersed in it. And then it can take something. So it's learning how to not, we don't have to take it on. Mom loves astrology. I love astrology. I'm not an astrologer, but I do love it. I love the accuracy. And, and then I go, but we're making it all up anyway. So, it's life. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing tool. So when we learn how to move ourselves energetically and not stay in the muck, we don't have to take it on. And that's the gift. And that's the life that we're learning how to live as empaths and highly sensitive people. Is I didn't come here, which I thought most of my life I was supposed to just be transmuting the energy for everyone, and I'm their savior, and I'm supposed to fix it. And today I'm like, not my job. Let me be the thermostat. Let me set the energy and set the tone, rather than being immersed in it and being the thermometer where I'm gauging the environment that I'm in and then adjusting myself accordingly. I don't have to do that anymore. It does not mean we went to a concert, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, super loud, super bright, lasery, all these things. So, I still found myself just that heightened sensitivity, particularly with the lights. Anybody else finding yourself being really sensitive to lights, especially the white lights? Those really high beams, the LED. It's something kind of new for me. So I had to close my eyes. And even when I'm driving, I have to look to the side of the road because those lights are so bright in my eyes. It's just something that's been happening. So if you're noticing that, that's something that's been happening for us. Good morning, Alita. Yeah, so that's kind of different, new and different. Yeah, I haven't experienced that until fairly recently. But the concerts where I really noticed it, because they had those tons of lasers, which is just amazing. It was so beautiful. But those the white ones, the lights that were moving and right in my eyeballs, I just want to close my eyes. It just wait till I see the color lights. So that's another place that we're noticing that, or I'm noticing that I'm more sensitive, is to lights. And then of course sounds have always been a bit, sounds have always been, I've always been sensitive to sound. I love concerts. What I found with this concert is that it was so loud I couldn't even hear the words. And so then it just gets to be repetitive. Even if I knew the song, I couldn't hear the words. So I'm like, I don't know about this. I came home and I love going. We've done it for several years now. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that again. I have a year to decide, but I don't know if I want to go back and do that again. So even though I am the thermostat today, you've had that, yeah. Even though I'm the thermostat today, I'm still pay attention to where I'm choosing to go and where I choose to put my focus and my time and my energy. Now that I'm mastering how to master the energy, be the thermostat, I'm like, oh, I can go do anything. Well, then I'm just overloading myself with too many things. So really paying attention to a very old pattern of that producing, yeah, that. So, yes. So here in a little bit, I did put the link in here. So if you're interested in it's called Lay Down the Stone. I think, I can't remember. I have it backwards. I get the words mixed up. They're the same words, but they get mixed up. So if you're interested in that, it's $56. And we're going to be 75 minutes. I'm going to teach you this technique to lay down. It's one thing that you can repeat for anything that you want, anything that you carry, anything that you feel stuck in, anything that you've looped in your life, that you tell a story, the same stuff that shows up. So there's a link there if you're interested in joining. It's in about 45 minutes. So I'm excited. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to share with you, was that. Where are you all at? How was your holiday? We had a really quiet holiday. My family's not here. My blood family's not here, so it's just a quiet day. Both days. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I really like it. I really like those quiet days. I'm not trying to entertain anybody. I just pulled a card. 2 cards, apparently. All right, out of this deck, the Starseed Oracle. And the first card is, they're sliding here. Hold on. Get the one. Earthed. Learning how to be human. In the world, but not of it. Right? Learning how to be human. Oh, man. I don't know about y'all, but I was pissed for years about being here on this planet, being human. I did not see the point. It's taken, this was a gift. It's taken many, and I'm done humaning, right? That's a good card. It is a good card. It's, and the second one behind it was, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Oh my God. Can somebody take care of that? Face your, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Done humaning, done peopling. Yes, thank you very much. I love this card too. It's a great card. It's taken me a lot of years. Okay, so let me go back to this one first. This is learning how to be human, in being in the world but not of it. It's a lot of what I'm speaking to at this moment about when you raise above the timeline, when you can become the observer in your life and not get caught up in all of the human emotions and the drama and the chaos. We've all experienced stuff. We've all experienced trauma in our life. And we look around us, and depending on where we're looking and what we're looking at, I was like, what's the point? Why am I here? And right around the time I was getting sober, or some time before that, but I got sober a long time ago. And right around that time, I'm like, take me out. I wouldn't commit suicide, but take me out, because I'm done. And then I'd wake up mad, pissed off at God for leaving me here. Like, what am I still doing here? Well, 31 years later, 31 years sober, 31 years later, I'm still here, still sharing the message. Because I'm here to help others, being in service, learning how to be that epitome and that vibration of love in the world. I don't always like it. I still don't always like it. When we learn how to accept all of it and not make it mean anything, that's what I'm going to be talking about at 11 o'clock here. So something happens, we give it meaning, and then we keep telling the story, and we keep recreating the chemistry in the body, and we hold it in the body. And then we live our life reacting out of that place, carrying that trauma. And this is a simple tool that's going to help you not have to carry the trauma. And also not have to relive it. Wouldn't that be a novelty? So part of being human. And I've said it for years. It's taken me lifetimes to learn how to live being human and accept all of what that entails, and feel all the feelings and all the stuff, and allow it to move through instead of holding it as if it's life or death. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. And this is where I'm at today. I'm not for everyone. But holy smokes, most of my life, well, probably good 3/4 of my life, I'll say, people pleaser, codependent, probably about half of my life. So, and that's still a little bit of, there's still residuals of that shows up, the people pleaser, even today. Proving, how many of y'all do this? Prove my worth. Prove my value. I'm auditioning for you. That's what I was doing for most of my life. Let me audition for you. Let me prove to you. Let me convince you that I'm valuable, that my services are worthy, that I'm worthy, that I'm worth something. The latest one was a pretty big aha moment. I was like, oh my God, I'm still performing for money. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I just was like stunned. After years, in the beginning of sobriety and the beginning of really discovering who we are, there were a lot of big things, a lot of big aha moments. And so over the years, those kind of gone like this instead of like this. That was a pretty big one. That was a pretty high one up here. I'm like, oh, holy smokes. Oh, I don't have to do that anymore. Let me just show up as who I am. I'm not for everyone. And I realized that it's taken me years to like really truly accept it deep in my bones. But I realized that many, many years ago when I realized that, I don't like everyone, but I want everyone to like me. And I will twist myself up and backwards in all kinds of ways for someone I don't even like to get them to like me. Why? I needed something outside of me to prove that I was worthy. I was jacked up. I look back at that, I'm like, I don't like everyone. How do I think they're all going to like me? It's pretty twisted up, right? Yeah, same. Absolutely. Are they showing up here? Oh, they are showing up here. They're just not coming in. Okay. Yes. So when I realized, it was a family member, actually. She had, I got sober. She didn't. And she basically just disowned me. And I was trying to figure out why. And I finally one day was like, I love her, but I don't like her. And when I could say that, I don't like her. I don't like how she is. I don't like who she is. I love her. She's my cousin. I'm related to her, but I don't like her. And that was so freeing to own it. And then to realize that there's many people in my life that I don't necessarily like. I love them as a fellow human being on this planet. And when I say I don't like them, I don't like how they are. And I don't resonate to be in their space. And so I don't today. But for a lot of years, I look back and I'm like, why? Because that's how it was. There's nothing wrong about any of it. It's all part of our process to get here. My cousin didn't like me and cut me off. We just aren't going to match everyone, especially as we're two, whatever they slap on the label. Today, when somebody says it, I'm like, thank you. Thank you very much. Get out of my life. I don't care. I don't need you to like me today. And that is freedom. I have some credit stuff going on, and I got an offer on my car when I took it in for oil change a couple weeks ago. And I just finally talked to someone, and they actually approved my credit. I was stunned, but I had no attachment to it. Right? I don't need a new car to define me. I love having new cars, but I don't need one to define me. I don't need one to make me feel okay. I don't need one for status. I was good no matter what happened. I was pretty surprised. Thank you for the emojis. I was pretty surprised, actually, that they approved it. It's not terrible. My credit's not terrible, but I was like, really? He sent me a text that they approved it, and it was coming on here, so I can't talk to him yet. But I'm like, wow. And I know that is highly about, I don't care. I'm excited, pretty excited about it. I love having new cars, but I don't care. And then that's taken a long time to get here. I thought, let me inquire. Let me see what they're going to do. Either way is okay. I have a good car. I like my car. They approved it. I'm like, stunned. Okay, great. Regulate my nervous system. Right? Because I can get into the, oh my God, let me go get it now. Whatever. It's going to be there whenever I'm supposed to have it. And I trusted the divineness of it. I was like, you know what? If it's meant to be, it'll happen. One of the only kudos an entrepreneur can get, he did the work for it, right? I did. Absolutely. I did the work for it. And am I excited about having a new car? Yes, but I'm really like present to myself. So here's part of the being human. Let me be present to myself so I don't go off the rails, which I can do because I resonate. And it's familiar, right? That kind of excitement, that frantic excitement, I resonate there. So, regulating that. It's huge. That's a huge thing. That's a huge thing for any of us. Because we can go up or down quickly. So, I'm just kind of going like this. Yeah. But my point of that is I had zero attachment at all. That's one of the few times I can tell you straight up, I didn't care. I have a good car. I'm not attached to if I get another one or not. It's just not going to define who I am. You don't define who I am. My husband doesn't define who I am. But that's been a lot of my life. So having this tool that I'm going to share in this 1 hour session, 75 minutes, whatever it's going to be, it's a reusable thing. That's why I love it. It's like something you can do over and over and over, and it gets to be immediate, because the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more of the habit that becomes, and the quicker you recognize, oh, there's a loop. There's a loop I'm in. Let me step into this tool. Let me use the tool I have. Clear the energy. Now, here's the thing. I've done massage for years, since 1998. I'm not full-time anymore, but I've done it full-time for years, and I would clear their energy. I've done that my whole life, very naturally, very organically. Clear it. They'd walk out with no pain. Next time I see them, they're in pain again. I'm like, what are you doing? They're pulling them back in. Staying in the same story. Who are you without the pain? Who are you without the story? Some things that you can journal about. So you take a look at, who am I without this thing that I've identified with my whole life? That's the shift in the nervous system. That's the rewiring that happens. So back to this. I put them in here. I did. They're not for everyone. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Embrace your weirdness. I was so afraid to embrace my weirdness. Most of my life, I was so afraid of it. I'm like, now I'm just like, whatever. Some of it comes with maturity. I'll say it like that. And it's been a road to get here. And now it starts to happen faster. It starts to get easier the longer we do it and the more habitual it becomes. And letting go of that old stuff. The new stuff becomes a habit. So it gets a lot easier to clear that out. And the energies right now that are happening and that are so intense, they're supporting us to do that. Pushing up the old stuff. So if you have old stuff coming to the surface, let it move. I can't even remember. I was like, there's been several that have shown up and I'm like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I did that. Here's a random question, Jeffrey. Do I like cats? Yes, I have like, I don't even know how many cats we have. 18. I think that was the last accurate count. I'd have to do it again, but yes. So somebody could take care of that probably. Any questions you all have? Thank you. That's good. I thought I would answer it because, I do have a lot of cats, but it's good. It was right to do that. So learning how to be human is also about embracing our weirdness. These two together, so appropriate, right? Can you see both of them? Do I have them both in the thing? My friend does this sometimes, and then you can't see both of them. Or whatever. Anyway, so learning how to be human. In the world, not of it. So the biggest part of in the world, but not of it is it's a lot of this. Because we're in the world. We're learning how to be in new dimensions and in higher vibrations. Some people, keep your roots in the ground, and as you're reaching for the heavens or the sky or whatever, it's all you. It's all you. We create it from the inside out. So, in the world, we're in the world. We're being human. The being not of it it's about owning all of the pieces and parts and stop qualifying them as good or bad. They just are. The minute we slap a label and tell the story, we keep that trauma and that loop going. Embracing your weirdness. Embrace all those components. All right, lovelies. There is a link. I'll put it here right at the bottom. If you're interested in joining us, Alita. Well, that's interesting. We enter here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're going to be on Zoom here in about 30 minutes. Very welcome. And I'm going to give you this, I'm going to teach this tool to lay down the stone. We have this book in AA called Drop the Rock, and it's about those character defects, those things that we carry around with us. And that's what this reminds me a little bit of. So, all right, lovelies, have a beautiful day. Maybe I'll see you in a little bit. If not, I'll see you here next weekend. Yeah, we're like 80 degrees today. That's crazy. Christmas Day was 70 something. With shorts. All right, yes. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. And I'll see you here next week. Make it great. Namaste.